to Let's Cook. This is our first beer request episode. Yay! Kind of, sort of. So basically my friend texted me, let me check, and we'll call him Paul because his name's Paul. He said, "Can you make cherry Clafoutis, please?" And then 4 days after that he texted me, "Clafoutis." And I told him, fine, I'll make it, but I'm gonna eat it and turn it into a video. So here we are. And my first challenge is, let's spell Clafoutis. C-L-A-E-F-O-U-T-I-S. I actually have the recipe right here, Architect Files, right? Oh no. That was way off. I was never good at spelling. But the recipe we're going to be making is from King Arthur's Flour, because I've been to their plant before, it's kind of neat, and I like most of the stuff they do. So that's why I chose them at random, since the viewer did not request a specific recipe. And it's my show, and my rules. I probably should have had the ingredients ready. First thing I'm going to do is get a pound of cherries, which definitely sounds like good television to me. Take off the stem, put it in there, stem side up, and wait, I should probably do that not into the bowl of cherries. There we go. Oh no! I've committed murder! There's cherry blood everywhere and it's on my hands! And some of it went on the floor. It's a good thing I'm wearing an apron. So let's try it with a bowl for the pits this time. Now, my mama never said that life was like a bowl of cherries. It's the pits. I think that's how it goes in Forrest Gump or whatever. I could just rub to an ounce of cherries. Just 16 more to go. More impressive than breaking an egg with one hand. Just doing a cherry stem with one hand.
And now, Gigabyte TV is proud to present an amazing culinary adventure story while pitting cherries. Enjoy.
So one time I wanted to make a cherry pie recipe. We couldn't find any of the sour cherries it asked for. Until we eventually found some frozen in an Asian market or something like that. And that's the story of how I found sour cherries. The end. Surprised we're halfway there. Living on a prayer. Making a mess everywhere. If I end up chomping down on a cherry pit while eating the final product, that's not gonna be my call. You ever get a bone in your tuna salad? Or I guess a bone in general when not expecting it. It kind of just makes you gag. You never want to eat it again. It's happened to me. It happened a couple times with me. With shellfish as well. Getting a bit of shell. I think it was crab or lobster or something. Just kind of ruins it for you. You still feel it in the back of your throat Yeah, gotta make the video longer somehow. I always think it's gonna be pretty short. Guess you could see I'm not feeling very cherry-table right now. Not a cherry tea case. I better sit down on a chair. Alright, that's enough cherries. For a lifetime. Look at my hands! I guess they're not that bad. It's kind of hoping they look grosser. In fact, come here, Mr. Camera. I want to show how much of a blood splatter was made. Fruit blood. It's like Funicula, and how it would drink the juice out of carrots. That's what I remember. And I just wanted to show, this is the mess just pitting cherries made on the countertop. Kind of reminds me of when I made that beet soda for an episode a long time ago, and then my mom opened it up a while later and it just exploded everywhere, and there's still bits of red in the kitchen from that. That's what this reminds me of. So these cherries are gonna go into the cake pan. So in addition to the 1 pound-ish of pitted cherries, you're going to need 1 9-inch cake pan that's about 2 inches deep. You also need 3 eggs of room temperature. You need 1 cup of cow juice. You need 2 tablespoons of melted butter, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, half a cup of sugar, 3/4 of a cup of flour. Ironically, this isn't King Arthur brand flour, but don't tell them that, they get mad. And a 1/4 of a cup of
Toasted almonds? That's unexpected.
for garnish, which you can leave off if you don't have it. I have them around. Everything except the cherries gets blended together either by blender or food processor or by a good strong whisking arm, like so. You're meant to blend this all until it is smooth and frothy, like an egg cream, whatever that is. Why don't you take a look? Does that look frothy? This is a little bit of froth to it. A little bit of froth broth. Thank you, editing me, for putting it in the right spot and not making me look like an idiot. Now the cherries get spread across the bottom of our pan in an even layer. This is why, depending on the pan and your cherries, you might need more, you might need less. I don't know, it's not a contest. That probably looks good. Single layer. Yes, there's our cherries. And now the broth goes on top, and it gets poured over the cherries. All the cherries look like little hearts. Or butts, because butts are funny. No matter how old I get, butts are still funny. And this goes into the oven that's been preheated to 450 for 20 minutes. After the first 20 minutes, you want to... Oh geez, it looks a bit interesting. So after the first 20 minutes, you want to reduce the temperature to 350 and cook for another 20 minutes or until the top is light brown and a cake tester in the center comes out mostly clean, according to the recipe. I'm not directly reading. Once the Clafoutis is nice and brown on the top, you take it out of the oven and let it cool for 10 minutes before you can slice into it, which is what I'm going to do right now. So, take a nice big slice, small slice. I know, it came out of the oven looking super poofy, and now that it's had time, it's demultified. Taste. Well, it's not a slice, but it's definitely going to be a taste. Beautiful carving work.
Cream.
And you can top it with toasted almonds? That's unexpected. Or not, if you don't want almonds. So let's see. I'd say this is my favorite part, but having to taste and describe things is actually kind of tough for me, and I have to make sure that Paul's able to secondhand experience the Clafoutis through my verbiage. I don't know. I want to be able to accurately portray what it's like, but then everyone's sense of taste is different. But it smells nice. It smells of toasted notes and cherries. Sorry, I don't want to burn my mouth on camera, that'd be really gross. Tastes good. It's a simple, kind of adaptable dessert. Tastes nice. I like cherries. See, this is why I say this is my least favorite part. How do I describe it other than it tastes like batter and cherries. It tastes like cooked cherries and pancake batter, for lack of a better comparison. Or if you've ever made a Dutch baby, it tastes a little bit like that. Or there's another thing it reminded me of. Strangely, a blueberry buckle I make tastes a bit like that, but it tastes like cooked cake batter and fruit. And it is good. And I'd recommend you make it if you have a whole bunch of fruit lying around, since it's pretty easy to make. thank you for watching this episode of Let's Cook. If you have any suggestions for what you would like to see, let me know in the comments. And I'll probably make it. Have a good day.
Unfortunately, immediately upon turning off the camera, the host did discover a cherry pit.
Look! Look over there! That egg is a double yolk! That's good luck!